Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads and the outlaw stars fight. Love so strong it don't break, love so deep it can't fade. You're my shadow, my flame, my forever renegade. Underneath that pale moon, we're running side by side. Whiskey-soaked promises, outlaws with too much pride. You got fire in your eyes, like a loaded 45, and I'll take 1,000 risks just to feel you alive. Leather jackets and dust clouds on these backwoods trails, where the love is raw and the law can't prevail. Baby, you're my anchor, the storm can't wash you away. In a world full of gray, you're my sharp burst today. Baby, you're my ride or die, my bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads and the outlaw starless fight. Love so strong it don't break, love so deep it can't fade.
What is going on, everybody? Hey, welcome.
You held me down in the trenches.
Welcome to Tuesday Tales Presents. And we are, holy crap, we are on chapter, I can't talk, chapter 36 of my upcoming novel, The Ballad of Broken Bird. No date yet. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? No date yet on when this book will be released. It's got to go through an editing process. I'm probably going to read through it one more time and put some touches on there that I want, maybe take some stuff out, and then it's going to go to somebody to edit the manuscript. And then, and then I'm going to look at agents maybe, or just look at publishing it. I don't know. We'll see. I might just cold publish it, self-publish it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on, because even though Broken Bird is on a timetable, I feel like I'm on a timetable. Some of you know, some of you don't. But I had an incident last year in October where hang on, my phone's interfering again with my equipment. I had an episode where I went into AFib, and it was not it was not good at all. I went into AFib. Hey, good evening, Bobby. And they did a cardio version on me, which is where they, if you've been following the show, I told you what happened the last time this happened to me. But basically, they put a couple pads on you, on your chest, and then they shoot your heart with electricity, and it stops your heart and restarts it so that the rhythm comes back in. I was having palpitations. Anyhow, this last weekend, I was feeling some weird things in my chest. You know that feeling you get when you're leaning back on a chair and it almost feels like it's about to tip over? That's the way it felt in my chest. And then I took an aspirin and I laid down and went to bed. Hey, how we doing, Chuck? And I went to bed, and I did feel my heart beating differently. I was sleeping on my side, on my left side, and you know how you can kind of feel your heartbeat a little bit when you're laying on the mattress, and I noticed it was kind of going brr, doop, 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 brr, brr. So I was like, that's not good. And then my cat kept bothering me. Boo Boo Kitty was bothering me like crazy, and I couldn't figure out what it was. She had food, water, blah blah blah, and then I have a monitor on my watch, on my smartwatch, to kind of keep track of my heart rhythm. And about 5:30 in the morning, well, from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., my watch said my heart rate went from 52 beats per minute to 172 beats per minute, and it was fluctuating back and forth. It would take my pulse every 10, 15 minutes. And so I'm like, and it was Sunday morning, and Steph goes, "Oh, are you going to get ready to go do your coffee show with the boys?" And I said, "No, I don't think so, because I think I'm in AFib again." And she's like, "What?" And so I went to the ER. I took a shower because it was dirty and smelling. I wasn't gonna be dressing in a gown, smelling like I did. And I went into the hospital, and they said, "Yep, you're definitely an AFib." I think the highest my pulse got up to was like 212, and they said we're gonna have to probably do another cardio version on you. So I said, "Oh, okay." Um, hey, Barbara, thank you. It's very nice to have you here with us. Welcome. So, I almost called my fellow ambulance crew to come and get me and bring me down there, at least hook me up to the 12 and do a count on me on my take a picture of my heart. But I got down to the ER, and they said, "Yeah, we're gonna have to cardio version, yeah." And then I don't remember being asked this the last time I had it done, but the doctor asked me, there's a slight risk that you got a blood clot. I don't get that. You keep that up and they will stick stuff up your butt. um, and but they asked me, and they said, "Do you want to be resuscitated? Because there was a slight chance I could throw a blood clot and either damage my heart or stroke out. And do you want to be resuscitated? Do you want to be intubated?" And I was like, "No, no, I don't." And then I thought about my grandkids, and I'm like, I'm okay with you. I'm okay with you doing the CPR thing, but I don't know about the intubation thing. Um, they did that to my mom, and she didn't make it through the intubation. She was intubated for a while, but her quality of life just went right down the drain, and I lost her. So a week later, so I didn't want to be intubated, because then I just become a burden on people, and I don't want to do that. So, and you know what? If I make it to the other side, that's cool. So I'm not afraid of that. But anyhow, I am. I'm feeling much better. They shocked me with 200 joules of electricity, and I got a sunburn right here and another one right down here on my side. And yeah, it's really itchy. Well, I haven't been sunburned in a long time in this state, but yeah, the so I got sunburn, and I must have really tensed up when they shocked me because my neck and my shoulders, my upper back is just sore as hell. So so yeah, there's that. But other than that, I'm good. I feel a lot better. Probably shouldn't be drinking a shit ton of caffeine, which I am, but I don't hardly drink anything but coffee. So yeah, could be worse, could be whiskey, but yeah. anyhow, thank you to those that sent me well wishes and the prayers and all that. Very much appreciated. You guys got me through my cancer when I went through cancer, and with your prayers and your good wishes, and you also got me through my heart stuff, my shattered ankle. Yeah. Good thing you weren't gassed up. You may have blown up, right? So here's the thing. They were asking me how well I tolerated anesthesia, and I'm pretty much a lightweight when it comes to anything that anesthetizes you or other things. And so I was just like, yeah, you won't probably need to use much. I know I'm a big guy, but I'm pretty sure I'll be out. And I was. I don't remember what they were talking to me about, but all of a sudden I just realized I was awake and I was talking gibberish, and and I'm like, "Oh, we're done already?" And they're like, "Yep, we're just cleaning you up." And I go, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, "Cleaning me up? Should I shit myself? What happened?" I didn't. So, but anyway, I got home and I just slept. Not no, did all that before noon on Sunday, and then I think I slept from time we got home, which was about 1, and I slept until 6 a.m. the next morning, and then I got called out to work right away. So boom, I myself am a AFib bro. That's right, yeah, and I believe Kevin is as well. I'm actually really kind of shocked at how many people have been through AFib. I know some of you out there, I won't point fingers, but I know some of you would just live with it, which is really dangerous. And um, a lot of people care about you. So please get that looked after. And then there's also people that, Barbara too. Um, so the cardio version, you don't even know. You don't even know what happened. I mean, this time around it was a little harder on me than it was the first time I had it done. But I'm guessing they're probably going to do I think they call it a ablation, cardio ablation. Um, and everybody I've talked to that has had that done said it hasn't come back since. So, um, yeah. So I'm sure, they say sleep apnea is part of the reason why I got uh this AFib originally. And so now they got me on a CPAP, and I'm actually took pretty well to the CPAP, better than I thought I would. I thought I was a mouth breather. Evidently, I'm not. I'm a nose breather when I sleep. But yeah, I've taken to the CPAP very well. So I'm on that now. I've been on that since November, and then but the problem was, I think the second time around was, for some reason, I remember either it was my regular doctor or the cardiologist. Both of them say that they didn't tell me this, so it might have been something I just put in my head. But I thought they told me to cut my blood thinners down to just once a day instead of twice a day. And the ER doctor's like, I'm looking at both notes from your appointments, your last appointments, and neither one of them say to cut down your blood thinner. And I'm like, oh, well, that's probably why I went back in. So yeah, part of that was my fault, my bad, and my overactive imagination. So now I just take my pills, just like my grandpa did. So anyhow, I'm very unprepared for tonight because I got to talk to my grandbabies tonight, and I get to video chat with them, and it's like the most amazing thing, and it brings me up and makes me happy. And oh my God, they're growing up so fast, and they talk. That was me just trying to save you money. Thanks, Bob. Um, so yeah, I could see my grandkids. I could see Bobby today when I got off work. He gave me a big hug, and yeah, so it was all good. It was all good. It made me extremely happy. And so that went into my time. And then I got here to Apocalypse Studios, Pimo's studio here. And Renee offered me supper. So I was kind of waiting on that. And I was spoiling their cat. They got this adorable cat over there, Jalapeno. And she just climbed up on my shoulder and just laid down and started purring. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get on the air. So anyhow, that's my excuse for not being prepared for tonight. But thank you, Rennie, for the food. Thank you, Pimo, for the use of Apocalypse Studios. And thank you guys for showing up with me tonight. So let's get talking about the book. We're on chapter 36. And Broken Bird had mended the bridge with his kids, his estranged kids. And now he's in New Orleans. Maybe I scrambled a few brain cells there over the weekend. He's in New Orleans now, and he met up with this artist from Jackson Square named Stella, and they hit it off really well. And they had some really tender moments as she showed him around New Orleans through the eyes of a local. Um, and yeah, they partied it up pretty good into all hours of the night, and that leaves us with tonight's chapter where we continue with New Orleans part 2 of that. And with all that said, man, I was kind of wordy at the beginning of tonight. So, which is okay because I wanted to talk to you guys about what happened Sunday. So, and I know some of you have asked me how I was doing, and I'm here. I'm good. Cheers. And yes, Barbara, I should start drinking decaf, but I really like that Cafe Bustelo. That's just straight espresso. Oh my God, it's so good. It takes the enamel off your teeth, curls the toes. It's pretty awesome, and it's hard for me to drink something else. So if they have it in a decaf, I will definitely grab it and start drinking that after 12 noon. So yeah, but but thank you guys for worrying about me. And let's cuddle up and get into the book. What do you say? So not a super long chapter, but not a super short chapter either. So let's see. Why isn't it coming up? Here we go. The Ballad of Broken Bird, chapter 36. Will you love me in December as in May? Jack Kerouac on the road. Hey, Pop, I said. I was unaware of time or place. The curtains blocked out the outside light and fought its way from the corners. Where you at? He said with a little impatience in his voice. Uh, not sure, to be honest. Not sure? What the hell's going on, kid? Sorry, Dad. Hang on. I lifted my head from a strange pillow. My head throbbed in anguish, and bits and pieces of the night before came crowding their way into my head. New Orleans, I said finally. I'm in New Orleans. Sorry, Pop. I just woke up. New Orleans, he said. Sounds like you're a little hungover. Yeah, maybe. He laughed a bit. Well, that means you're having fun, he deduced. Anyhow, I'm calling about Christmas. Christmas? I hadn't even thought about the holidays. I never celebrated Thanksgiving since I was an adult, and now Christmas was sneaking around the corner at me. I haven't really thought about it. Well, your sister's just a couple states away. If you're going to go there for the holidays, maybe your stepmom and I can meet you there. Uh, yeah. You don't sound so certain. I haven't been on a schedule in a while, Pop. Now you're putting me on one. You've been on a schedule this whole time, son. And that hit deep. He was right. I was on a schedule, just wasn't really focused on that end of it. Even though it was creeping up on me, I could feel it now more than ever. The booze and cigarettes were kind of urging it along. Yeah, I know, Pop, I said, slowly sobering up. You're right. I'll head out that way in a few days. You got something going on in New Orleans? I've I met a friend, yes, but I don't. My computer just pops on. There we go. I met a friend, yes, but I don't like to be rushed into something either. I'll call my sister and I'll let her know I'll be there in a few. Well, I don't mean to be blunt, but in this situation, I'm afraid I have to. We don't have too many holidays left with you. I'm sure your siblings would want to spend some time with you. I'm going to ask you to take a break from your little journey and think about your family for once. And there it was. It was for once that really set me off. That's all I've done is think about my family. I've always put everyone first. I can't tell you how many times I put my shit on the back burner for my siblings, my parents, for fucking everybody. And then I get this for once bullshit thrown at me. Fuck. I took a deep, hungover breath, grinded my teeth for a moment. Dad was saying something on the phone, but I was blocking him out. There was this red rage that was dancing around in my head, and it took everything I had not to smash the fucking phone and tell everyone to fuck themselves and disappear into somewhere. Okay, Pops, I said quietly. Good, he said. Let us know when you get closer to Florida. Yep. I love you. You too, Pop. You too. I sat up, not giving a flying fuck about the pounding headache threatening to punch its way out of my skull. I pulled a Marlboro from the red and white box and popped it into my mouth and flicked my Zippo and savored the sound of the tobacco hiss to life. I took that deep drag that I've taken since I was old enough to pop pimples. It scraped the back of my throat and floated down into my poor thin lungs. They protested, and I took another drag, and my coughing turned into gasping spasms for air. Clean, fresh, tarless air. There was a box of Kleenex next to the bed. Hang on, I gotta stop something here before it shuts off my computer, and then I can't turn it on, and then we're screwed. There was a box of Kleenex next to the bed, and I had a hard time coughing up a snag of mucus. It hurt, and suddenly it exploded onto the wad of paper in a red and yellow globule. You're back, I said to the dark blotch of lung tissue. Who are you talking to? Stella asked, coming out of the bathroom. She had a towel wrapped around her slim body and another tangled around her head. Ah, I tossed the Kleenex into the trash bin. An old friend. Gonna introduce us? I don't think you want to meet this one. Are you coughing up blood? Yeah, Probably just a bloody nose, leaked to the back of my throat. Is that what you want me to believe? Yep. She looked at me with those emerald eyes. They were like Mom's. They were sad at first, and then they turned back into happy eyes, and a smile returned to her face. Okay, then. So, um, you got any plans for Christmas? She paused, noting the change of subject, and then she spoke. I I haven't done anything for Christmas in a long time. Doesn't mean much to me after my kids grew up and moved away. Ah, I'm sorry. Don't be. I miss them terribly, but they're all doing wonderful for themselves. How many kids you got? Three, all girls. Yeah, I've got two. That who you're spending Christmas with? No, I actually was with them before I came out this way. I have a sister that lives in Jupiter, Florida. I was heading that way before I realized it's Christmas. So I guess I'm heading there to celebrate it with my family since, well, you know. Yeah, I know. So what do you say? Let me think about it, okay? Well, of course. She put her arm around me, placed her hand on my chin, and moved my face towards her. I could really fall for you, Bertie, she said, but I have to protect myself too. You're asking a lot. I know. I know I am. But sometimes I get scared because my expiration seems to be getting closer every time I stop to breathe. I could fall heavy for you too. And I realize I'm asking you to go on a sad journey. And the last thing I would want to do is hurt you. She finishes getting dressed, and to watch, it's like watching poetry happen. Her movements are graceful like a professional dancer. I've got to open up my stand, she says, laying a kiss on my lips. Nurse said hangover over at a place called Maxine's. Order the crab cakes Benedict with a side of praline bacon and a strong ass coffee. I'll meet you at the Dumont around lunch. Okay, I said. Smile, honey. You've got the best smile. And as hard as I fought it, I smiled. She was right about the breakfast, and about an hour later, I was feeling a lot better. There's this swampy humidity that hangs heavy in the New Orleans air, and it was threatening to suffocate me. The hangover was gone, sure, but I felt like there was an elephant sitting on my chest. I'd coughed up a few more bloody cookies that morning, each one more troubling than the last. I couldn't even finish the last two cigarettes I was trying to inhale. I spent the rest of the morning in my hotel room, lying by the AC. The cold air seemed to help my lungs a bit. In my leather vest, there was that vial of magic juice given to me by that shaman in Slab City. I contemplated taking that, but it didn't seem like the right time. So I just fondled it in my hand for a while until I could breathe a clean breath. A couple months, maybe. That's all I really need. Just a couple of months, and I can return home to Minnesota and breathe one last good breath. Thinking about that got me thinking about Stella and everyone else who cared to call me a loved one. Did I really want Stella to come along? Maybe fall in love with me? only to have me die at the end of this trail. It was unfair and cruel, really. I wasn't sure what the next few months were going to bring, but I knew something was close. Something. Just not sure what. Good for me, perhaps, but not for those left behind. I called my youngest sister Sandra. She worked in the hospitality field for one of the big cruise lines in Florida. She lived in Jupiter, but trekked an hour to Miami every day for work. She was great at what she did, made it to VP, and traveled more than anyone I knew. She was a kind soul, never a bad thing to say about anyone. And she's probably more native than any of us siblings. "Hey, brother," she said happily on the other end. "Dad said you'd be calling." "Hey, Sandra," I said. "How's things in Miami?" "Unseasonably cold, but should be warmer in the next few days. More importantly, how are you?" "I'm good. I'm in New Orleans right now, but thinking about heading your direction for Christmas if you'll be around." "I'll be here. To be honest, I half expected you not to call." I sat silent for a moment. "You know me well." "Well, I'm glad you called. When are you expecting to be here?" Well, I'll probably make a mad run for Pensacola and crash there, and then head south to you the next day." "Sounds good. You, bringing anyone with?" "Jesus, Dad talks a lot." She laughed. "Well, I think he's super worried about you out there, so he keeps us all notified of your adventures at least once a week." "I might be bringing someone along. I'm not sure yet." "Serious?" Another long pause. "Maybe. Can't really get too serious with anyone at the present moment. I'd be asking a lot." "True. Well, whatever you decide to do, I'll have a bed made up for you." "Thanks, sis." "I'll get hold of everyone, see if they can come out too. I know Dad is coming for sure." I don't want you making a big deal out of this." "You need to shut up." Excuse me?" "Seriously, shut up. I don't know what you're doing driving across country trying to find yourself or whatever it is, but you need to think about how the rest of us feel. We're going to lose you. You're hurting Dad more than you know, and more than he'll let on." And I didn't know what to say to that. "Anyways," she continued, "I'm going to rally the Sibs and try to get us all together. Okay?" "I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I?" "No, you really don't." "Okay. I'll call you when I get to Pensacola." "You better. Love you." "I love you too, sis. Thank you." I think I already knew what Stella's answer was going to be. I packed up my things and loaded up Lucy. I straddled her and kicked the bike to life. I could see Cafe Du Monde from where I was parked. I could see Stella. She looked up as soon as the bike roared to life. She stood up and waved frantically at me. I thought about pretending not to see her and just drive off. But she was already running towards me with an upset look upon her face. I shut off the bike and looked at her as she ran up and hugged me. Then she pulled away and then socked me in the chest. "You were going to leave me, weren't you, fucker?" she said. "Yeah, well, I thought, she interrupted me. Well, you thought wrong, whatever it was. Look, you were right. I'm asking too much of you. And I don't think it very nice to ask you to come with me when I may never see the end of this ride. Her eyes watered a bit. You're a jerk. Yeah, I know. You don't decide what I risk. I do. Okay. So don't you ever assume you do. Yes, ma'am. I've got a bag packed. Ginger is going to look after my booth for me. Okay. I'm not saying I'm going all the way. I may change my mind. And I'm totally okay with that. You won't judge me if I decide to drop? No. Okay. You're an asshole. Yes, I know. Quit being so agreeable. Sorry. Are you gonna hop on or I'm taking my own bike? You ride? Yeah. Problem with that? Not at all. I thought I told you not to be so agreeable. I sighed. She leaned up and kissed me. I'm gonna go grab my stuff, she said. You better be here when I come back. We'll see. What did you say? You told me not to be so agreeable. Oh, right. See you in about 30 minutes. She pulled up on a Honda CB750 Cafe. A helmet she had painted herself with the same unique designs that were in all of her paintings. A thin scarf wrapped around her neck that was like some exotic tapestry. A black leather coat that had been beaten by the sun. Where are we headed? She asked, smiling. Pensacola for starters, I said. Are you sure this is what you want to do? For now, yes. We took 90 and hugged the Gulf Coast to Mobile, Alabama, and then jumped on 98 to 59 and headed south till we found the Gulf again. 182 hugged the coastline till we got to Pensacola and pulled into the Floribama. It was a large bar complex that housed several themed bars within. Didn't really come for the drinks, mainly for a breather and a bite to eat. You handled your bike pretty well, I said. For a girl, she snarked. That's not what I meant. I didn't expect to see you show up on a cafe racer, leave alone handle her on the highway like you did. Your ride handled better than mine. Thanks, she said. But something's wrong with it. Did you hear it backfire when we met up with the coast again? I didn't. I can't hear shit over Lucy's pipes. Well, it kept jerking and sputtering, and then would pull again clean. Oh, shit. How long you been riding her? I don't use it that often. Yeah, it might be your carb. Maybe. Let's go grab some food. We walked in, made our way to a bar upstairs that looked out over Pensacola Beach. There were several bikers in there, 9 of which were patched members of a club. They gave us a look and then went back to their beers. Think there'll be trouble? Stella asked nervously. Nah, I said. They're just people, like us. We ordered a couple burger baskets and beers and started to discuss what we should do about Stella's bike. I can change the oil on a bike, I said, and that's about as mechanically inclined as I get. Maybe we can find a mechanic around here. I could ask one of these guys. Are you feeling brave? I laughed a little, and I figured I had nothing to lose. I walked up to a guy with shaggy gray hair He had a long beard that matched the drapes. Those intense eyes of his caught me before I got up to him. There was a group around him with leather vests and matching patches that read Iron Enforcers, with a bottom rocker that read Daytona Chapter. Can I help you with something? He asked. The rest of his crew turned around and inspected me, probably making sure I wasn't from a rival club. The Iron Enforcers were a club made up of retired law enforcement. They weren't very well liked by the one percenters or any of the other wannabes, so their caution was warranted. Uh, yeah, I said. My friend over there is having some issues with her bike. I was wondering if you guys had a mechanic in your group. They laughed, and I felt a little small and foolish. Most folks on two wheels are mechanics of some level, he said. Well, I can fix it. I just don't know much about diagnosing. It's all good, he said, and smiled. Let's go take a look. And that, my friends, is the end of chapter 36. Boom. Bobby. Christmas and Kevin. Christmas. Barb, no teeth. Oh, yeah. I figured the two of you, Kevin and Bobby, would get off on the whole Christmas thing. Yeah. Yeah. I was actually thinking about you guys. And yes, Kevin, the character that's helping him out with Stella's bike is your character, modeled after you. His name is Kelso. So, anyhow, that was a chapter. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. I know it was kind of short. Well, thank you, Jessica. Thank you very much. Um, it's been crazy trying to keep up or keep ahead of where we're reading at. So I believe I'm on chapter. Let's see, where am I writing this thing? I'm on chapter 40. I'm on chapter 44. So yeah, we're catching up pretty quick to this one here. It sounded kind of familiar. Yeah, did it? Did the club patch sound a little familiar? Yeah, I figured you would catch on as to who that is. There's also well, thank you, Bobby. Thank you very much for the stars. I appreciate that, pal. So yeah, we've got next week. I will be here Tuesday, hopefully. Hopefully. I can't take shit for granted anymore. But yeah, I'll be here Tuesday, but you guys got to come back and join me and Bobby. Um, we will be we will be playing you guys some music, probably horribly. But it's good music. It's just played horribly. Probably out of tune, maybe. We'll see. And a hairy dude. Yeah. I don't know if you watched the little AI preview thing that I did for the chapter, Kev. Um, but I kind of put your description into the AI, and that's what it kind of came up with. You're the guy at the end of that clip. So, anyhow, but if you guys are wondering how Kevin and I actually really met, um, he was working for the Fairmont PD, and I was working for the Martin County Sheriff's Department, and that's how we met. So, but yeah, and we've been friends ever since. And there was a couple times he warned me about hooking up with the people I hooked up with. And I should have listened to him, but I'm hard headed. You know how guys are. So, but anyhow, I appreciate you guys coming out here and listening to this every week. Thursday, rock and roll, baby. That's right. Yeah. And there's a rumor we may have somebody come play alongside us. Um, but I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just gonna say that it may happen. So, and that's the best I can do. So, but you will have your two favorite I don't know what you'd call us. Yahoos will be here. We'll be there. We'll be in Bobby's basement studio there, playing you guys. I don't have a playlist made up yet. So, but I'll have to make up a prelim list and let you know. I almost drug you into an MC. Yes, you did. You did, and you almost do here too. Later on, but I don't want spoilers. Anyhow, so yeah, thank you guys very much for joining me. Thank you for your support, Bobby, the stars, the rest of you that have given me stars, the people that have shared this event, shared my page. Um, and also, some of you have gone over to the YouTube channel and checked that out. I see I've got way more views than I have had ever. That's awesome as well. Um, so yeah, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for you guys. And I've been told by some of my literary friends that I am crazy for reading a book or reading a manuscript rather that I haven't finished yet. So ZZ Top. And we're already getting requests in. Bobby, you got to stop promising people stuff. So anyhow, yeah. So join us Thursday, and I will go try really super hard not to die, and be here Sunday, back at Apocalypse Studios with coffee, with friends, with Pimo and Bobby, and yeah. So hopefully we'll be back to normal. In the meantime, I have a couple sloppy joes that I was given by Pimo's girlfriend Renee, and I'm gonna dig into those. And I will talk to you, dudes and dudettes. I'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Thank you very much. You know damn well I love y'all. Kevin, there you go. That's for you. I don't know if that slap went through. Hopefully it did. And yeah, you guys discuss your ZZ Top songs that Bobby's going to learn on guitar. So, anyhow, have a great night, rest of your night, and we'll see you guys Thursday. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Mwah. Love you.